January 3, 2026. 2:00 a.m. The residents of Caracas woke up to a sound they hadn't heard in decades: war. At least 7 massive explosions ripped through military bases and communication hubs across the capital. This wasn't a coup attempt by rebels. This was Operation Southern Spear. While B-1B Lancers and F-35s neutralized Venezuela's air defenses, elite operators from Delta Force and the FBI hostage rescue team were already on the ground. Their mission? To do what no one thought possible: capture the president. By sunrise, Nicolas Maduro was no longer in the presidential palace. He was in the air, flying toward a federal detention center in New York to face charges of narco-terrorism. The US government isn't calling this an invasion, they're calling it a law enforcement action. The DOJ unsealed a massive indictment yesterday. They aren't just charging Maduro with being a dictator, they're charging him as the leader of the Cartel of the Suns, a criminal organization that allegedly flooded the US with cocaine and partnered with foreign terrorists. But there's a deeper reason the US moved now. Law enforcement has spent the last year realizing that the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua wasn't just a group of thugs, they were a paramilitary proxy. As TDA infiltrated 23 US states, the FBI began connecting the dots back to Caracas. The ghost war we talked about in the last video. It just became a hot war. While the military was striking Caracas, federal agents were launching a nationwide decapitation strike against Tren de Aragua cells inside America. Since January 2025, the DOJ has indicted over 260 members. In Nebraska, 54 members were caught in a multi-million-dollar ATM jackpotting scheme. In Colorado, TDA leaders were charged with using material support for terrorism tactics. The US Marshals have a simple message: we are coming for you. We will not give you a moment of rest. Donald Trump. We are going to run the country. Host. With Maduro in a New York jail cell, Venezuela is in total chaos. President Trump has stated that the US will temporarily run the country to oversee a transition and get the oil flowing again. But it's not going to be easy. China has already condemned the kidnapping as a violation of international law, and the pro-government gangs in Caracas are calling for an armed struggle. The US has effectively decapitated the regime, but they've also inherited a country on the brink of civil war. The capture of Nicolas Maduro is the most aggressive move the US has made in Latin America since the invasion of Panama in 1989. Is this the end of the criminal empire, or the beginning of a much larger conflict? One thing is certain: the ghost war is over. The occupation has begun. We are tracking the situation in Caracas hour by hour. To see the raw footage of the Delta Force raid, click here.